Emotions are powerful forces that can shape our lives. But according to Robert Greene, an author who studies power in human nature, we have the ability to gain control over these feelings instead of letting them rule us. In this video, we'll explore how you can master your emotions before they master you, lessons inspired by Robert Greene's work. Interested in hearing, the emotions arise in our daily lives in emotions are like currents beneath the surface of a calm ocean. They can be hidden from view, but they still affect everything above. When we understand how emotions quietly guide our thoughts and decisions, we can start to manage them more effectively. First, recognize that emotions come from both our experiences. If you're feeling anger, it might be triggered by someone's words, but the real source could be a deeper fear, maybe a fear of disrespect or rejection. By identifying the root of an emotion, you become more aware of how it drives you. Second, remember that emotions are contagious. If the people around you are stressed or anxious, you may pick up those same feelings without realizing it. Emotional states can spread like a cold in a cramped room. So, if you want to master your emotions, pay close attention to who and what you allow into your environment. The cost of being controlled by emotions, why does it matter if your emotions are in control? When we're reactive and unable to manage our emotions, we act in ways that can harm our goals and relationships. Anger can lead to destructive arguments. Jealousy can cause us to resent others who might be able to help us. Fear can make us miss big opportunities because we worry about the risk. It's like driving a car without a seatbelt. Everything is fine until an unexpected turn or sudden break, and then you face the consequences without protection. Emotions can be powerful tools when used correctly, but they become dangerous when left unchecked. Robert Greene suggests that people who can keep their emotions balanced often stand out in any field, personal or professional. These individuals stay calm under pressure and make clear decisions. As a result, they become more trusted and influential. Developing emotional awareness. One of the first steps to mastering your emotions is simply noticing them. Emotional awareness is the ability to recognize when you're feeling something, describe it, and understand its source. Take a moment whenever you feel a strong emotion rising. Ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling and why am I feeling this way? Try a short exercise. The next time you feel tension in your body, maybe your shoulders tighten or your stomach flips, pause for a second. Identify the emotion. Is it anger, fear, excitement, or nervousness? Ask why. Am I angry because I feel disrespected? Am I afraid of failure? Am I anxious because I lack control? By naming and examining your emotions, you slow them down. Think of it like hitting the pause button during a movie. You step out of the storyline and see what's really happening in the scene. Practicing detachment, Greene often stresses that an outside perspective is essential if you want to gain mastery over yourself. This means learning to observe your emotions without letting them run wild. Detachment isn't the same as ignoring your feelings. It's about standing back and looking at them objectively. Picture yourself on a balcony watching events unfold on the street below. From that higher vantage point, you notice details and patterns you wouldn't see if you were down in the crowd. That's the type of perspective you want on your emotions. Step away from them for a moment so you can clearly see how they might be influencing you. When you practice this habit regularly, you become more skilled at recognizing an emotion before it grows too strong. By identifying it early, you gain a window of time to decide how you want to respond. Channeling your emotion wisely. Once you've identified and detached from an emotion, the next step is to channel it into something useful. Emotions provide energy and can drive creativity, problem solving, and other positive outcomes. For example, if you feel anger, you could use that as motivation to correct an injustice or stand up for yourself. If you feel envy, you could let it inspire you to improve yourself. Instead of denying a negative emotion, convert it. Ask yourself, how can I use this feeling to push me toward a better result? Perhaps you use your frustration at a difficult situation to fuel more focused work. Or you use your fear of failure to practice and prepare, making success more likely. Many successful people throughout history have used this method. Instead of pretending negative emotions didn't exist, they acknowledged them, then redirected that energy. This approach can turn an obstacle into a building block for growth. Bonus resilience. Greene's advice includes learning from setbacks instead of being defeated by them. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back after disappointments or failures. Everyone faces disappointment, losing a job opportunity, failing at a personal goal, or going through heartbreak. The difference is in how you respond. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? Instead of immediately blaming outside factors, look at the situation and see what you could have done better. Even if you made mistakes, that's part of the learning process. By owning your role, you gain insights that help you grow stronger and more emotionally stable. Set small challenges to improve your emotional resilience. For instance, you might practice speaking up in a meeting if public speaking makes you nervous. The more often you face your fears and push through uncomfortable emotions, the more resilient you become over time. Understanding others' emotions. Emotional mastery isn't just about controlling your own feelings, it's also about understanding the emotional states of people around you. Robert Greene emphasizes the importance of empathy, seeing the world through others' eyes. When you understand what motivates people, you can communicate more effectively and even resolve conflicts before they become unmanageable. When someone else is upset, consider their perspective. Ask yourself what fears or desires might be driving them. Are they afraid of losing status, or do they desire recognition? Once you see their underlying emotion, you can respond in a more caring and constructive way. Perhaps you reassure them that their contribution matters, or you offer solutions that help ease their concerns. This empathetic approach allows you to remain calm and supportive while also guiding the situation in a positive direction. Over time, people around you learn to trust your emotional stability, making it easier to foster healthy relationships. Guarding against emotional manipulation. In a world where emotions are powerful tools, some people will try to exploit your emotions for their benefit. They might use flattery, fear, or guilt to steer your actions. By mastering your own emotions, you become less vulnerable to such tactics. Recognize emotional hooks. Notice when someone's words trigger a sharp feeling in you. Maybe they make you feel special or they cause anxiety. This is often a sign they're playing on your emotions. Slow down your reactions. Instead of responding on the spot, give yourself time. Step back, breathe, and examine the situation. Keep your goals clear. Ask, does this action help me reach my objective? Or am I just reacting to their emotional push? Staying focused on your bigger picture can help you avoid being manipulated. Being on guard doesn't mean becoming cold or paranoid. It means you're mindful of people's attempts to pull your strings. You stay in control of your responses and remain true to your own values and goals. Daily practices for emotional mastery. Let's talk about some daily habits that help you build emotional mastery. Reflection. Spend a few minutes each day reviewing situations that triggered you. Write them down or think them through. Ask yourself if you responded in a way that aligns with your values. Over time, this practice helps you become more aware of your emotional habits. Mindful breathing, simple, calming breathing techniques can ground you when emotions flare up. Inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. This helps you pause and regain control. Physical movement, exercise or even a brisk walk can release tension and reset your mind. Physical activity often helps process emotions, making them feel more manageable. Continuous learning. Keep reading about emotional intelligence and related topics. The more you understand human nature, the better you'll be at recognizing and managing your own emotional triggers. Set boundaries. Limit time with negative influences or those who constantly drain your energy. Your environment plays a key role in your emotional well-being. Long-term growth. And the path forward, mastering your emotions, is not a one-time achievement. It's a journey that continues throughout your life. Each setback or victory offers new lessons about yourself and the people around you. As you grow more aware of your emotional patterns, you can refine your responses and deepen your sense of control. Robert Greene's works often highlight the hidden forces that guide human behavior, reminding us that there is a greater depth to our actions than we might first realize. By paying attention to these undercurrents, you develop a broader understanding of both yourself and others. This awareness gives you the power to respond intelligently instead of reacting blindly. Over time, you'll notice a change in your self-confidence. When you're not at the mercy of your moods, you'll stand taller in meetings, speak with more conviction, and approach relationships with calm assurance. You'll make decisions more carefully and strategically, rather than letting fleeting emotions push you in different directions. Mastering your emotions before they master you is not about denying or fighting what you feel. It's about becoming aware, stepping back, and using that emotional energy in the most constructive way. By applying these lessons, recognizing emotions early, practicing detachment, channeling feelings into positive actions, and growing your empathy, you'll gain a sense of control that benefits every area of your life. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from learning about emotional mastery. And remember, each day is an opportunity to practice. Over time, you'll develop a solid foundation that will carry you through both challenges and triumphs with greater poise and understanding. Thanks for watching.